Hi you guys, it is finally June, so that means it is time for my May favorites. Now, my kids are officially out of school for summer, so I'm trying to film this real quick while distracting them with a movie because they definitely got used to being at school all day and being able to be loud and crazy and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get through filming this. So May was a really interesting month for me. I started changing to a new skincare routine. I picked up a bunch of new clothes for spring and summer, which I shared in my last video. I also started using some more new drugstore makeup, and I went on a diet. Well, I really won't call it a diet. It's more of a just watching what I eat a little bit better, because I kind of went through a phase of where I was eating like a ton of chips and dip and cheese sauce and nachos and junk food, just because I was either bored or stressed or I needed to relax. So I would sit down and watch a TV show and munch constantly. So I had gained a little bit more weight than I like to. So I'm kind of watching what I eat a little bit better and making sure I'm eating more whole unprocessed foods, more vegetables, and trying to stay away from the junk food, which is really funny because this past weekend we had a big birthday party for two of our kids, so I ended up eating a ton of candy and cake and may have finished up the chips and dip that we had and maybe bought a whole new bag of chips and ate like half of that, but I'm working on it. So anyway, I wanted to share my May favorites with you before we get too far into the month of June. And my first one is the Korean TV show that me and my husband watched this month, which is Descendants of the Sun. It's available on Netflix with subtitles. And you guys, my heart, the drama. You guys know I have a soft spot for the military in my heart because my husband's a veteran, and anything with military stuff in it will make me cry like a baby, and this show wrecked me. I was crying like crazy watching this show. My husband was just looking over at me like, you're getting really involved in these shows, like emotionally involved. I'm like, I know. So good. This show is so amazing, so well put together, and it's like the perfect mix between action and romance, but it just, every time you think, okay, everything's good, everything's fine, it's like ripping your heart out of your body. Okay. So we finally finished it. I think there's only like 16 episodes, so it does go fairly quickly. They're hour-long episodes, but so much happens in an individual episode, and it always leaves you on some sort of cliffhanger, and it's just such a well-done show. So it was actually my husband's choice. I was like, okay, we can either watch this one or this one next. And he picked Descendants of the Sun. When we were about halfway through it, I was like, I'm picking the next show because I can't do the emotion and the injuries, and I don't want to get into too much detail, but let's just say that if you guys have ever watched a Shonda Rhimes show like Grey's Anatomy, I am really surprised that they didn't have her as like a consultant on this show. That's how much like constant threat of death there is in this show. But anyway, absolutely amazing show. In love with it. Now I'm going to get on to some of the beauty favorites. The first thing that I'm in love with is the foundation I'm wearing right now, and that is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. The shade that matches me right now is Nude Ivory. This is $5, and it's at Walmart. I did a recent review of this, and I am such a huge fan of this foundation. You don't need to set it with powder. It doesn't crease. It's buildable. It's about a medium coverage. Like, I have a tiny bit of concealer under my eyes and right here on my chin right now, but nowhere else. And it just provides such good coverage. My skin looks really healthy. And like, I'm amazed. The things they're doing are incredible lately. So yeah, I'm a huge Huge fan of this foundation. This is a mega favorite this month, and really I don't think I've worn another foundation. I may have like one other day, but I really haven't worn another foundation since I picked this up because it's that good. My next favorite is also a very, very cheap drugstore item, and this I actually got as a gift with purchase in an e.l.f. order I did, and this is the e.l.f. Total Face Palette. It has a very shiny mirrored package. The one thing I don't like is the front, like the e.l.f. actually scratches off really, really easily. I don't like that because I like my packaging staying nice, and I've only had this for a few weeks, but the product inside, you guys. First of all, nice big mirror. Not the best mirror, but nice and big. And then it has a highlighter, 2 blushes, one peach and one pinkier, and then a contour / bronzing shade. This is so, so nice, you guys. When I have to do my makeup when we're running out somewhere, I will just throw this in my makeup bag and this covers everything. Now, the highlighter in this is very, very natural, but it's just enough to give you a little bit of a glow. Here's one of the blushes, the other blush, and the contour. Hopefully you guys can see that. Really, really nice colors, very, very soft. I believe this is in the shade, I want to say like Natural and Flawless. I don't think there are a lot of shades in this because I've only seen one shade of this in the store. I have seen this in Target though. They have this in Target now, at least in mine they do. And I think this is fantastic for an $8 face palette, 2 blushes, a highlighter, and a contour. You really, if your skin is fairly pale like mine is, this is kind of an all-in-one product. And it's what I have on right now. I'm wearing it very, very lightly because I wanted a natural look today, but it is very buildable, which is excellent. All right, my next favorite, again, I'm also wearing today, and that is on my eyebrows. And this one's kind of a shocker for me. It's actually the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I've had this for a while. I've tried it, and I've gone back and forth on, do I love this? Do I hate this? It's kind of a pain in the butt to use. But honestly, once I figured out how to really use it, and that it's best when you're going for a thicker, softer brow, which I've actually been liking lately, this pencil is really, really nice. I use the shade 3 because it matches the roots of my hair almost identically. And it has a nice spoolie on one end. And then on the other end, you kind of have like the diamond teardrop shape pencil. That's what it looks like. And you use it this way. If you hold it widthwise, you can use it for the front of your brow and the thicker part. And then you can turn it sideways to get the tail. Is it going to give you hair-like strokes? No. Is it going to give you like detailed carved out brows? No. But I don't like that look on me anyway. So this is perfect for a nice, soft, everyday brow that's very quick and easy to do. And I can do my brows in the car with this, which is a major test of a brow product for me. I have to be able to use it in a moving car. All right, my next favorite you saw in my recent clothing haul, and that is my camo hat. I am in love with this hat. I wear this any chance I get pretty much. The only thing is camo does not go with everything in every outfit. I do love the fit of this hat though. Like if I could have this exact fit and exact like brim size in like a black leather and then maybe either a pink or a blue leather or a shinier finish, that would be perfect because I have some shirts, like I've got this really loose fitting teal blue semi crop top. It's kind of one of those baggier crops, so you only see like a little bit of your stomach, but I can't wear it with this, but it would look so cute with the hat. But yeah, anytime, any chance I can, I'm wearing this hat. So if you end up seeing me out and around somewhere, there's probably an 80% chance I'm going to be wearing this because I just love it. I also think it's great because my skin being naturally very pale, I am very, very prone to sun damage very quickly. So any extra protection I can get, especially for your scalp, because don't forget your scalp can burn too, is excellent because I hate putting sunscreen in my hair. Like, I will not do it. So an extra layer of fabric and the extra shade on your forehead and around your eye area is excellent for preventing aging and sunspots and cancer and all that bad stuff. I know this is kind of a theme, but my next favorite, again, is something else I'm wearing, and that is my lipstick. It's a little bit worn off now because I've been eating and drinking coffee and things like that, but this is, again, another very cheap product that works amazingly. And again, of course, it is from Wet n Wild, and this is their Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Lipstick, and this one is in the shade Rebel Rose. I love this shade for summer. I think it's light, but not super, super light. It's very much a your lips but better kind of color. This stuff doesn't make my lips wrinkle up like crazy and look like a cat's butthole, because you know there are some liquid lipsticks out there that do that. Makes my lips still look nice all day. It wears well. Typically, if I'm not eating and drinking, I can wear this for about 6 hours, which is pretty good. But if I'm constantly eating and drinking, then I usually want to reapply it after about 3 hours, which is normal for a liquid lipstick. They do hold up better than a standard lipstick, but they aren't completely impervious, if that makes sense. I love this lipstick. I think it is amazing. I have seen them coming out with new shades in this line, so I definitely want to try some of those out soon, see if the formula is similar, things like that. But this is my favorite color right now, and I just think it's so pretty. So my next favorite, I actually heard about from Jay Kisse here on YouTube. I love her product recommendations. Almost everything she recommends is usually excellent. So I knew I had to pick this up and give it a shot. And this is the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. This has hyaluronic acid and black oat in it, and this is excellent for moisturizing. Now, I will use this as the last step in my skincare routine, whether I'm wearing makeup or I'm not wearing makeup. If I am wearing makeup that day, I will let this soak into my skin, and then I will follow it up with primer and the rest of my makeup. And then I will usually carry this with me, because if my makeup tends to get dry or flaky at all, or just doesn't look very fresh and dewy, then I will spray a little bit of this, and it will brighten everything right up. And if I'm not wearing makeup that day, then I will typically reapply this midday just to add a bit more moisture into my skin. If you guys have dehydrated skin, you know you have to moisturize with something water-based multiple times a day to really help plump up the layers of your skin and make them look as fresh as possible. So this I found is amazing for that. This is $15. You can find it at Target. And I've used this for about 3 weeks now, and I've only used about a third of the bottle. So to me, it's definitely worth the cost because you do get a lot of use out of it. It has a very, very nice spritz to it. It's very fine mist. Like I said, I use this under or on top of my makeup, and I use it multiple times a day. It does have a very light, fresh fragrance to it. It doesn't smell perfumey at all, at least not to me. And I find that this, in combination with some of the other skincare products I've been using lately, has made a huge, huge difference in just the general health and appearance of my skin. So this is a major favorite, and trying this out has definitely made me want to try more hydrating sprays, both from Pixie and other companies, just because it works so, so well for my skin. So I've got one more thing to share with you guys, and like I mentioned earlier, I am trying to eat healthier. But that's really difficult when you're as busy as I am. Sometimes I don't have time to cook, or we're like running out the door in the morning and my kids ate cereal and my husband ate oatmeal, which I don't really like that much. So what I will do is I will grab a type of snack bar, and some days these are all I eat till dinner, which I know is incredibly not good for you. I understand that. This is not health food. No matter what the packaging tells you, this is not health food. But it's better to eat a protein bar or a granola bar of some sort when you know what's in it compared to eating a donut, at least as far as calories and the type of ingredients in it, if that makes sense. So the two that I have been eating recently are this one. These are the Luna protein bars. These are high protein, which I did say my body does love protein and tends to gain weight on it. But these are great at when I'm like going to kill somebody. If I don't have something that's actually filling, then something like this is really good. I love the chocolate chip cookie dough. These are, let me double check. These are 170 calories, have 12 grams of protein, and everything in it is fairly decent for you. Yes, it does have sugar. Yes, it's like corn syrup, cane syrup, another type of cane syrup. It does have a decent amount of sugar in it. It has 14 grams of sugar per bar, which is a lot. But this doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. It doesn't have a lot of extra crap in it, and it has extra vitamins and minerals. So if you're gonna eat junk food, this is kind of a good junk food to eat, if that makes sense. The other bar that I've been liking lately is the Kashi Cherry Dark Chocolate. These are low protein. There's only 4 grams of protein in these, but there's also only 8 grams of sugar, which is really low for a like a granola bar type bar. And again, this has fairly healthier sources of things like sugar in it. Also, if you're like me and you hate the super hard crunchy bars that hurt your gums and teeth, these are excellent. My biggest issue when I was looking at snack bars was like I was looking at the ones that are primarily like date-based, like the standard, I think it's the standard Luna bars, I can't remember, but there's some that are primarily date-based, and you look at that and think, great, it's straight fruit, fantastic. Look at the sugar on it, whether sugar from fruit or sugar from just straight sugar, it's still going to affect your body in a very similar way. And most of those have nearly as much sugar as a can of Dr. Pepper. Like, it's insane. But anyway, my point is when I don't have time to cook, I kind of go for these because they are low calorie and better for you than a donut. So that is everything I've been loving in the month of May. I hope that you guys enjoyed this favorites video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!